No, Mexico was not allied to the Confederacy during the Civil War. Not in an informal way, not in a formal way, not at all. You want to know why? Because they were invaded by France during the war and they weren't in a position to give themselves aid to anybody because they had their own domestic issues that they were worried about. Like the French invasion. And you know who they were really kind of more buddy-buddy with? The Union. Why might that be? Because the United States was actively trying to stop foreign intervention, European intervention into the Americas. That might come in handy if, I don't know, France was invading them? Oh, even at one point, Lincoln said he was going to go to war with France if they tried to instill a king. Now, granted, France did instill that king after they took over Mexico and, we ignored it. Way to go, Lincoln, on that front. But more to the point, you're going to have them saying, but what about Santiago, the governor of Nueva Leon, that he said he would gladly become part of the Confederacy. Yeah, you want to know why? Because that was a part of the Mexican internal strife that was going on. Not only were they being invaded, there were actually internal rebellions that were going on, like Santiago, who tried to secede from Mexico and then joined the Confederacy for a reason, which, by the way, didn't happen. He had no authority to do so, the Confederacy had no means to absorb them even if they wanted to, and it never actually fucking happened. In post-war, people like to point out, what about Emperor Maximilian, the puppet emperor that the French put in there? He graciously welcomed any ex-Confederate into immigrating into Mexico. Why might he do that? Because, the emperor wanted a more European Mexico. So, aka, it wasn't white enough for him and he wanted some whiteys to come down. It had nothing to do with even the Emperor Maximilian wanting to be an ally or not ally. No, they were too busy fighting the whole time. And then when the war was finally over, it doesn't matter what was going on. So look at me when I say this. Not a single country in the world, a sovereign, complete entity nation, ever was an ally to the Confederacy. Get ready, because this is going to be a whole week of this coming up, guys.